It's a brazen operation, a syndicate siphoning fuel from our national pipeline. Today, the alleged mastermind behind the operation was arrested, along with 5 other suspects in Pretoria. A multidisciplinary team led by the Free State Hawks investigations made the arrests. The fuel syndicate operating between Free State and Gauteng, possibly further afield as well. Earlier this week, 2 suspects were nabbed delivering stolen fuel in Witbank. eNCA's Pule Letshwiti-Jones has been on the ground in Pretoria all day, and he joins us now in studio. So, Pule, this has been really a dramatic day. But this fuel syndicate has been operating for years, we understand. What do we know about how long it's been operating for and how it worked?
Yeah, well, the hawks in the iron, the hawks in the ground, they've been working quite tirelessly on this operation, and you are quite correct to say stemming from about 36 months of investigations. On Saturday, we understand that 2 suspects were arrested in Vrede after they were also believed to be part of this, sophisticated syndicate that's been damaging the pipeline, which of course is connected by Transnet and has to do with fuel as well. They were arrested, appeared in court, and they're still in custody. Today was a big one. A kingpin, alleged kingpin to be behind this, syndicate, was nabbed, and police officials pounced on him, and they also went to his property to see if there were assets they could seize as well, because they believe that he is one mastermind behind all of these operations that have been taking place, also facing charges of damage to essential property, infrastructure, and theft as well. So you can just paint an image and understand that they are quite delighted working in hand with some of the private entities, which includes Bad Boy Security and of course Protea Coin in investigators as well. And they've come to a conclusion where they believe that, we've arrested the kingpin, but this could be a broader syndicate. So more arrests are imminent, Sally, and therefore they believe that they're delighted with what they've done. When we went to the property in Witbank of the 35-year-old suspect who's alleged to be the kingpin, guess what? We found 5 other suspects as well operating illegally, funneling and of course processing this fuel that has been stolen from Transnet. They were also arrested, but they are also believed to be undocumented foreign nationals who are operating on that farmstead. So you can just imagine how huge this was. But most importantly, just about 8.2 million litres of fuel has been stolen since about last year, to the value of more than about 2 million, and it's just a lot of money that this fuel is valued to.
And that's just 1 year of fuel. If this syndicate's been operating over a number of years, I mean, the investigation itself has spanned 3 years, which suggests the syndicate has been going on for a long time. Let's just have a listen to what the Hawks told you earlier.
On arrival at the premises to conduct the search and seizure, there were quite a number of people, workers allegedly working in that property, and of course they did not possess documents that prove that they are legal people, they are here legally, and of course they were taken in. There seems to be activities that are happening where the illegal persons were working. 2 suspects were arrested in those premises in possession of fuel, Transnet fuel, of which was a total of about 8,000 litres, which is the value was estimated at 221,000. Of course, those people were allegedly working under the person that we have arrested now, and the matter is in the court's hands. But we are quite happy with our investigation.
And this national pipeline, tell us a little bit more about it, because it seems quite vulnerable.
Yeah.
And yet there has been a private security company guarding it. But also we've seen the involvement of private security in trying to get, arrest these suspects. Tell us more.
Definitely, we understand that this pipeline goes all the way to Durban, and therefore these, criminals have been targeting some of the key points in which this fuel is being transported by or being funneled by through these pipelines, of course, belonging to Transnet. And one would understand Transnet has been under siege for quite some time, extensively appearing in the state capture report on allegations of corruption and executives being at the core of this. So for the Hawks, this is a major bust. But most importantly, what also shows you that they've been very committed to this operation is the involvement of other private entities as well, securities who are coming in, such as Bidvest, Protea Coin, making sure that they specifically look into these pipelines, and therefore they got tip-offs. They got some, whistleblowers coming in to say this is what's happening. They've got farmers in some of these farmsteads where these pipelines ran through, actually alerting them of possible criminal elements, and therefore that's how they come into this whole role, playing this pivotal role, and therefore ensuring that there's accountability. But most importantly, again, when I speak to you in 6, I'm going to show you some of the visuals, of drone visuals that are coming from that operation that was taking place. It was like a movie.
Wow.
Something you've never seen as well. So it was, quite important as well to understand the kind of work that they're doing as law enforcers. But most importantly, one should also pay attention to the fact that while this arrest has been made, the Hawks believe they've got a very watertight case. Therefore, when the case is to be postponed, when it goes to trial, they believe that this will be a successful prosecution to ensure that there's accountability. Let's just take a listen to what Mr. Valdeval had to say.
Well, Bidvest Protea Coin has been the sole provider to protect the national pipeline of this country. We've started 3 months ago. We protected from Durban all the way up inland, and we've got lots of technology deployed. We've got lots of bits and pieces, information putting together, doing analyzing, and try and get behind the big syndicates that's hitting these pipeline. Today's a significant bust, and this proved to you what, once again, if the security takes hands with law enforcement, what we can achieve in this country.
Yeah, it's a good point, and it's great to see that our national assets are now being protected, and that we're going after the criminals. I look forward to seeing that footage at 6 o'clock. I was watching through the day. I saw helicopters flying past behind you, so there's dramatic footage still to come. We'll chat to you in the 6th. Thank you so much for that update.